Well, fake name, Diamond Eugene, they couldn't find me.
How did they have your fake name?
By the parents did not know.
Would you speak
By
up?
the parents did not know my real name. They only knew me as Diamond.
But they had your phone number, right?
Yes.
Because there were text and phone calls.
Between who?
You and Miss Fulton.
No.
She sent you a text.
That was March the 19th.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
After March 19th, you didn't go to law enforcement, and law enforcement never contacted you, correct?
Correct.
But Ms. Fulton had your phone number.
Yes.
So she could have given that to the police.
Yes.
She could have given it to the Sanford Police Department. Couldn't she?
Yeah.
Object as to what somebody else could have or not done.
Sustained.
She didn't have your real name because you'd lied about that, but she did have your phone number.
Yes.
And in between March 19th and April 2nd, nobody from the police department called you.
I can't recall, but no, because my phone was...
I can't recall.
I can't recall, my phone was off. I shut it off.
Did you shut your phone off, are you saying, between March 19th
No,
and...
I shut it off. It was a lot of phone calls.
I'm sorry.
It was a lot of phone calls.
Was it disconnected?
No. I shut it off.
You turned it off.
I turned it off.
How long did you leave your phone off?
In a day, it'll be 3 hours or 4 hours.
Well, when you turned it back on, you would get voicemails, wouldn't you?
Yes.
You'd get any text messages.
I ain't getting no text message.
But you would, if someone had sent you one after you turned the phone on, you get your text messages.
Yes.
And when you turned your phone back on between March 19th and April 2nd, there weren't any text messages from Ms. Fulton telling you to please go to the police?
No.
Or any messages from law enforcement saying, would you please
By me
contact?
watching the television, I thought the police was already in the case.
Say that again.
By me watching television, I thought the police already knew about the case.
So I didn't think you watched television, I'm sorry.
That was before
Mhm.
March the 19th. When March the 20th, that's when I started watching the television. That's when my voice became on television. That's when I started paying attention to the news.
So on March 20th, when they had the press conference about you,
No,
is
I
when
didn't
you
see the press conference. They only showed half it. Say Trayvon Martin was on the phone with the final moments.
The news then you're talking about that had your voice on it was the recording made by ABC News?
Yes, I think.
Did you talk with somebody from ABC News separately from your interview with Mr. Crumb?
Yes.
And when and where was that, please?
I don't remember, but it was by phone.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember, it was by phone.
And when, approximately? After March 19th was the day that you were interviewed. When did you, after that, talk with the reporter from ABC News?
I don't remember.
Roughly.
Before I even talked to the state attorney.
Sometime between March 19th, when you gave your interview to Mr. Crumb,
Yes.
and you didn't know you were being recorded then by ABC, correct?
No.
But after that, though, you had a separate phone interview with ABC?
Yes.
Was it the next day, the day after, a week later? Any idea?
No.
And who was it that you talked with?
I don't know his name.
Did he know your name?
He didn't know my real name.
What, did you give him a name?
He had told me.
I can't hear the witness. Would the court ask the witness?
Could you speak up a little bit, please?
He had told me he had got my number. Well, she had got my number from the ABC reporter. She had texted me saying she wanted to know about Trayvon, what kind of person he was. Can I have a talk with her boss, I think, about Trayvon, what kind of person he was.
So you got a text from somebody where the media wanted to talk with you further.
It was an ABC woman.
Right.
It was an ABC woman.
And then you gave,
She had called, she texted.
and then you agreed to have a separate recorded interview.
Yes.
And do you know the person that interviewed you?
No.
Did you tell them the name Diamond Eugene?
I just told him, he had asked me how do he want me to call me. He had asked me how he want me to say in the media. I said Dee Dee. That's when Dee Dee started popping up.
So you used the nickname Dee Dee to
Yeah.
identify yourself?
Yeah.
Did you tell that person how old you were?
No, he didn't ask me that.
Did he didn't ask you your real name?
No.
So that was sometime after March 19th, but before April 2nd, correct?
Yes.
And did you have any other interviews with anybody between the ABC interview and April 2nd?
No.
On April 2nd, you were interviewed by Mr. Della Rionda, correct?
Yes, sir.
And there were other agents there with the Florida Department of Law Enforcement?
Yes, sir.
So this was your first interview with law enforcement.
Yes, sir.
When you interviewed with Mr. Crump, you were rushed, you didn't take it seriously, and you weren't under oath, correct?
Yes, sir.
But on April 2nd, you were under oath,
Yes, sir.
and you were being interviewed by the police.
Yes, sir.
And it was recorded.
Yes, sir.
From the state attorney's office, now at this point, the Jacksonville state attorney's office was involved in the case as opposed to the Seminole County state attorney's office, correct?
Yes, sir.
So Mr. Della Rionda said, I'm from Jacksonville, I'm down here to interview you, and introduced you to the FDLE agents that were present and his state attorney investigator, Mr. Osteen.
Yes, sir.
And you already had met the other people in the room?
What other people?
Well, tell me, who else was in the room with you when Mr. Della Rionda was conducting the first interview by law enforcement?
Trayvon's mother.
Trayvon's mother, Sabrina Fulton, correct?
Yes.
Was in the room with you
Yes.
when Mr. Della Rionda was asking you questions for the first law enforcement interview.
Yes, sir.
And where was she in the room?
Beside me.
So she's sitting right beside you as Mr. Della Rionda is asking you questions as his office has been assigned to investigate this alleged murder case.
The objection?
Our objection, he keeps repeating the answers that the witness previously gave as opposed to asking other questions, being repetitive, and also the nature of the questions.
Sustained.
May I have a little latitude on cross-examination,
Well,
please?
you're giving a lot of latitude as you're entitled to. The objection is because you repeat the answer of the last question in your new question. And I think that you're required to just ask a new question. If you want to ask another question that gives an answer, you may do so. But the objections to continuing to repeat the answer in your new question.
I
So that is
apologize. My
sustained.
efforts to be precise so that the witness knows exactly what we're talking about, but I will try to do it a little differently.
Thank you.